Today we're taking a look at these NFL matches, which are happening on Monday, November 15, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. The Rams made a splash last week when they traded for Von Miller. This week, they acquired Odell Beckham Jr. after he was released by Cleveland. They did get some bad news after Robert Woods tore his ACL in practice on Friday. He is expected to miss the rest of the season. Los Angeles is averaging 29 points per game. They are averaging 296.3 passing yards and 103 rushing yards per game. Matthew Stafford completed 31 of 48 passes for 294 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions in the loss to the Titans. Darrell Henderson Jr. had 11 carries for 55 yards, while Woods had 7 catches for 98 yards. Los Angeles has also played well defensively, giving up 21.8 points per game. They gave up 28 points in their last game and will need to do a better job if they want to get the win. San Francisco is averaging 23.1 points per game. They are averaging 252.5 passing yards and 113.1 rushing yards per game. Jimmy Garoppolo completed 28 of 40 passes for 326 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Elijah Mitchell had 8 carries for 36 yards, while George Kittle had 6 catches for 101 yards and 1 touchdown. San Francisco has struggled defensively, giving up 25.3 points per game. They gave up 31 points in their last game and will need to play better on that end if they want to win this game. Our first betting advice is to pick Los Angeles Rams -4. For the season, the 49ers are 13th in the league in passing offense with 252.5 yards per game through the air. San Francisco is 14th in rushing offense with 113.1 yards per game on the ground. The 49ers stand 18th in scoring offense as they average 23.1 points per game this season. San Francisco stands 26th in scoring defense as they give up an average of 25.3 points per game. Jimmy Garoppolo has completed 139 of 213 passes for 1,754 yards with 8 touchdowns against 5 picks. He's been sacked 13 times for 81 yards in losses, while adding 33 yards and 3 scores on the ground. Trey Lance is 25 of 48 passing for 354 yards with 3 touchdowns against 1 interception, while adding 133 yards and a score on the ground. Elijah Mitchell leads the team on the ground with 89 carries for 469 yards plus 3 scores. Trey Sermon, 31 carries, 135 yards, TD, and Jamichael Hasty, 13 carries, 48 yards, TD, have also seen some work this season. Deebo Samuel leads the team with 49 receptions for 882 yards and 4 touchdowns on the season. George Kittle, 25 grabs, 328 yards, TD. Mohamed Sanu Sr., 15 receptions, 177 yards, Kyle Juszczyk, 17 receptions, 160 yards, TD, and Brandon Ayuk, 19 catches, 230 yards, TD, are each over the 150-yard mark in receiving yards this season. Robbie Gould has hit all 13 extra point attempts and 4 of 5 field goals, with a long of 52. Joey Sly was 2 of 4 on extra points and 7 of 8 on field goals with a long of 56, while Mitch Wishnowsky was 1 of 2 on extra points but misfired on his lone field goal attempt. Our second betting advice is to pick over 49.